Looking for a reliable VPN? Securely access apps, websites, entertainment, and more with NordVPN. With over 5,100 servers worldwide, all your data stays safe behind a wall of next-generation encryption. Work, browse, or use social media platforms safely. All at a price you can afford. Get NordVPN today. Today's episode is called The Christening. Janet is given the honor of godmother at Kathy Jo's christening, but must decide who will be godfather. Mike Miner sings the Lord's Prayer, and Frank DeVolume appears as the Reverend Barton. Original airdate, January 11, 1969.
Come ride the little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of curves, you bet, and even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Joe. Come and be his guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
Here's our lady MD. She's as pretty as can be at the junction. Petticoat Junction.
Be right there. There you are, sweetheart. See? Daddy's gonna eat Kathy Jo's nut. Yeah. Whoops, listen. It's a knockdown. Get up, kid. Get up! Not you, kid. Him, kid. Sorry. Kathy Jo, you see, it's not warm enough yet. Attaboy. Attaboy. Please, Kathy Jo. It's not warm enough yet. Yeah. Good boy, good boy. Please, Kathy Jo, it's the big championship fight and Daddy wants to listen. Here, that's what it is. See, it's the big championship fight. Yeah. Well, you women are all alike. He's down. Who? Please, Kathy Jo. Who's down? Who's down? A knockout. Here you are, sweetheart. No. That's Daddy's radio. Now. That's right. You give me the radio, and you take the bottle. Please, Kathy Jo. That's it. See, nice smell. Please, sweetheart. Here. Yeah. Fight of the century. Who won? Stay tuned for the 9 o'clock news. Thanks a lot, kid.
Hi, darling.
Hi.
Hello, Steve.
Hi, how was choir practice?
Oh, fine. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Did you and your daddy have a good time together? I bet you did, huh?
Oh, sure. She's not much of a fight fan, but she's a good kid.
I think so.
Aren't you going to tell him the big news?
Oh, darling. Reverend Barton suggested we have Kathy Jo's christening next Sunday. What do you think?
Well, what did you tell him?
Oh, I said I thought it would be a wonderful idea. What do you think?
What did he say?
He said, fine, then it's all set. What do you think?
I think it doesn't matter what I think. Oh, sweetheart, I think it's wonderful. Did you hear that, Button Nose? You're going to be the lion of the hour. Why can't you be that quiet when the fights are on?
Well, we're the lucky godparents.
Pardon?
Well, it's customary to have the godparents stand up with the child, you know.
Oh, golly, I never thought of that. Who do you think we could get?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't we take a one-out out in the Guardians? Well, what do you mean, who do you think we could get? Who shall we honor? Can you imagine anybody in the valley not wanting to be this child's godparent?
Steve. He's right, you know. It's going to be a very difficult decision to make.
Yeah, the biggest problem is going to be who not to take.
You mean the ones we don't select are apt to be hurt?
I'm afraid so. Oh, in a way, it's kind of a nice problem, but it's kind of tough.
Well, I got an idea. Why don't we write down all the names in the valley and put them in a hat and let her pick them? Well, who could argue with such an adorable referee?
Honey. Janet, what do you think?
I'm upset already because you didn't pick me. Look, the whole thing is going to turn out beautifully. Good night, you two. Good night, you little cause celeb. Look, whomever you choose is going to be very honored, and the rest will just have to understand. Good night.
Good night.
Hiya, Bert.
Oh, hello, Joe. Come on in. Next.
Yeah, I guess so. Bert, I just need a trim, and I want you to take special pains. Give me your A1 job.
All right. The usual.
You don't understand. This could reflect on you, me standing in front of the whole congregation at church Sunday.
No kidding. You mean the Reverend's going to use you as a horrible example?
You're a riot, Bert.
Hey, Bert, can you take me right at... Oh, you're busy.
What's the matter with you?
Well, I want to get worked on while there's a little lull in business over at the store. Hey, Joe, why don't you get out of the chair and let me take your turn?
Are you kidding?
Hey, sounds like something special, Sam. Don't tell me Marlene's come back to work at the diner. Hey, that is good news.
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Too bad. Used to sell lots of bay rum when Marlene was here.
What's the big occasion, Sam?
Well, you ought to know. The christening on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's nice of you to want to get slicked up, but nobody's going to be watching you. All the eyes will be on me and the kid.
You and the kid?
He thinks he's going to be godfather.
Oh, well, that hasn't even been decided yet.
Just a formality. Who else would they pick?
I'll tell you who else. Hooterville's leading merchant, postmaster, and editor.
You haven't got a chance.
Oh, that's what you think. Tell him, Bert.
Tell him what?
Tell him they'll pick me as godfather.
Sure, Sam. They'll pick you.
You see there?
They'll pick you as second choice right after they pick me.
Now, just a doggone minute.
Thought I'd just pass it on for whatever it's worth.
Bert, will you stop arguing and get on with my haircut?
Joe, I don't think I want to cut your hair.
What?
You're trying to do me out of my rightful spot as godfather.
Your rightful spot? You think you can be godfather?
Well, you're damn right. I'm as good as anybody and better than most.
Just what do you mean by that?
Yeah, present company included.
If the shoe fits, wear it.
You mean me too?
Figure it out.
Well, I'm going to walk out of this place.
Not ahead of me, you're not.
Hi, fellas. Oh, well, I'm in luck. Bert, I want you to give me a real slick haircut. I may be acting as godfather next Sunday. My, what a strange reception.
Petticoat Junction will return after these messages.
This year, fashion loves the big, big curl. The big, big curl loves dippity-doo. Rollers out, curl is in. Really in with dippity-doo. 'Cause nothing holds like dippity-doo. Holds and holds like dippity-doo. Big curls need big holds, so hold it with dippity-doo.
Have you been turned down for a mortgage or home equity loan because of bad or no credit? When your bank function.
Oh, hi, Joe.
Hi, Steve.
What you got there?
Where? Oh, what's my new suit? Got it all clean and ready for Sunday.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, I knew you'd be happy. Hey, you want to hear something funny?
What?
Bert Smedley and Sam Drucker both think they're in line to be Kathy Joe's godfather. Isn't that a laugh? You ain't laughing.
Well, no. Well, why should I? Actually, I'd be proud to have either one of them as godfathers.
Well, for crying out loud. All I gotta say is you got great taste for knockbacks.
Oh, they're friends of yours.
Friends? Trying to take away my job as godfather?
Your job?
Who else? I'm a logical one.
Yes, but Joe, you're already in the family as Kathy Joe's great uncle.
That ain't as good as godfather. Tell you what, I'll trade. Sam can be the great uncle, and I'll be the godfather.
Afraid it doesn't work like that. Give me a hand with this box, will you?
Sure. Kathy Joe's your heir, right?
Yeah.
And I'm your partner, right?
Yeah.
That's Carson Elliott, you know, not nobody Elliott.
You're right, Joe. Now, will you help me with the box?
Okay, that makes it logical for me to be Kathy Joe's godfather. The business will stay in the family.
Oh, that's true, isn't it?
It's about time you began using the old bean. Hey, you want me to help you with this box? We got it all straightened out. I'm to be Kathy Joe's godfather.
Well, I'd like to think it over a bit, Joe.
In that case, I'll leave you with your thoughts.
Bert, that'll do it. That's fine. Bert, I think that'll do it.
Yes, sir. Big day, all right. Christening of your firstborn.
Sure is.
Oh, no. No, you don't owe me a thing, Steve.
Oh?
No. Tell me, have you given any thought to the practical aspects of who ought to be Kathy Joe's godfather?
Practical aspects?
No, could be important, you know. Now, take like supposing she was to be my godchild.
Well, you would be godfather.
Yeah, right. And as such, I'd consider it my bounden duty to see that she'd be forever free from want. Good thinking?
Can't argue with that.
Now, you say to me, Bert, how are you going to do that? And I say by teaching her a trade.
A trade?
Yep. The proud and honorable trade I learned from my daddy before me. Tonsorial technology.
Bert, Kathy Joe's a girl.
Well, lady barbers is the common thing. They know a lot more than us men about long hair.
I gotta go along with that. And, Bert, I'm flattered that you want to be Kathy Joe's godfather. I mean that.
Well, it's all set then. I'm in, huh?
Well, if it's all right with you, I'd kind of like to think it over for a while.
Oh. Steve, aren't you, forgetting something?
Hi, hon.
Hi there.
Oh, you're overpowering these flowers. Whatever you've got on sure gives out an odor.
Oh, that's Bert's doing. After my haircut, he drenched me in bay rum.
I guess so. It's making my eyes water.
Well, he was doing me a favor. Thought it might help swing our decision in his direction. As godfather.
Bert the barber?
Oh, he was pitching like mad.
What did you say to him?
Not much. I just kind of let it lay there.
Oh, honey, we've got to take a stand. We're getting ourselves in a bind.
Betty Joe, when a man has scissors in one hand and a razor in the other, I'm not going to sit there and argue with him.
You led him to believe he was going to be the godfather?
Oh, I didn't lead him on any more than I did Joe.
Uncle Joe's been working on you, too?
Has he? The way that guy can lobby, he should be in Washington. But you had some shopping to do.
I didn't have to go.
Oh?
Mr. Drucker delivered the order.
That's some service.
And guess what? He gave us a case of baby food for Kathy Joe.
Gave it to us.
Wasn't that sweet of him?
Put his name on the list.
What?
Another candidate for godfather.
Oh, honey, I don't think Mr. Drucker had that in mind. All he did was give us a case of baby food and make a special trip down here and put his name on the list.
Well, hi, Wendell. Come on in.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you. It's a nice day.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
As I was going by on the train, the tracks are right out there. I thought I'd drop in.
We're very glad you did.
Well, I'd better be going. I've got a train to run. It's nice seeing you again.
Nice.
Oh, this is for Kathy Joe.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gibbs. Would you like me to open it now? For government bond.
I thought it might help with her education.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
Well, we certainly appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Good day.
Bye.
So long.
See you in church. Dear.
There now, little fella. That should do you. Now, what about my payment? Oh, that's better. After all, you're not on Medicare, you know.
Hi, am I next?
Yes, I wanted to see you. I thought I better warn you about Doc Stewart.
Doc? What about him?
Well, we had a consultation this morning, and then afterwards we got to talking about the baby's christening.
And he wants to be godfather, too.
I told you it would be a problem.
Well, at least we've got one thing settled. We'd like you to be the godmother.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now look, I was only joking when I said I was hurt at not being selected. My goodness, there must be others. I'm so new here. Why, there are people who've known you all your life. And if you dare take it back, I'll scream.
Then you'll accept. Steve and I want you to so much.
Oh, yes, I'd love to. It would be a great honor. What do I do?
Well, of course, you stand up with Kathy Jo in the church when she's being christened. Oh, and there's one other thing you get to do. You get to pick who's going to be the godfather.
Will you? So that's the catch.
Oh, no, it isn't a catch. It's just sort of a cop-out.
I see.
Well, you're being a professional woman. You're used to making decisions. And there are only 4 others on the list besides Doc.
Only 4 others?
Uncle Joe, Wendell, Bertha Barber, and Sam Drucker. And they're all fine men and very deserving. And we'll be happy with anyone you pick. Okay? Okay.
Oh, work.
Joe.
Raider.
Say, how about giving us a hand with the windows?
Oh, well, I'd like to, girls, but my sacroiliac's just been killing me. I'm just on my way in now to see Doc Craig.
Oh, she isn't here. She went up to the church to see Reverend Barton.
What you want to see him about?
Well, it has something to do with the christening. You know, Betty Jo and Steve picked Janet to be the godmother for Kathy Jo.
They did? How about the godfather? Did they pick him?
Well, I think they're leaving that up to Dr. Craig.
You mean she's going to do the choosing?
Well, that's probably why she went up to the church, to ask the Reverend his advice on who he'd recommend.
That's exactly why I went.
Hi, Dr. Craig.
Did he make any recommendation?
No, but he said he'd give it some thought. I had to leave the poor man. He was so busy. You know, he was all alone painting the Sunday school room.
How come the Rev got stuck with that job?
He said he put a notice in the church bulletin and nobody responded.
It's funny I didn't see it. I generally look for them notices. It must have been the week when I was away.
Of course.
Petticoat Junction will return after these.
Hiya, Reverend.
Oh, hello, Joe.
I want to drop by and give you a hand.
Good.
I figured it'd be nice to have the job finished by Sunday. Sunday, that's the day Kathy Jo Elliott's being christened.
So I understand.
That's this Sunday, you know.
Yes, this Sunday. There's a can of paint there.
Oh, yeah, the paint.
Hi, Billy Joe.
Oh, hi, Mr. Drucker.
I came by to see your uncle, but evidently he's not here.
Well, that's right, but how'd you know?
There's work to be done.
That's a good tip-off, all right. But oddly enough, he left for the church a few minutes ago carrying a paintbrush.
Joe has gone to do some work at the church?
Evidently.
Oh, brother. I just hope the stained glass windows don't crack from the shock.
See you later.
Over at the lodge, I'm in charge of the Widow's Welfare Fund. We take 2 cents out of every pot when we play football. We have many outstanding functions for raising money.
Afternoon, Reverend.
Sam, imagine seeing you down here this time of day.
Yeah, I thought you had a store to run.
Well, a store can wait. How can one think of commercialism when there's church work to be done? Excuse me, Joe.
Howdy, Reverend. Hello, Bert. Where do you want me to start? Oh, anywhere. Excuse me, Joe. Thanks. Hello, Reverend.
My, what a surprise it is seeing everyone here.
Yeah, ain't it?
Thanks, Joe.
Well, I just finished painting the Sunday school room for you, Reverend. Anything else you want done?
Well, the pews. You know, for the last year, I've been trying to touch them up with a new coat of varnish, but we just can't get to it.
I'll do it for you.
Well, I don't know, Joe. It's a pretty big job.
I'll do it all myself, even if it takes all night.
Suddenly, I'm surrounded by these saintly men devoting their time and labor to the church.
They painted the Sunday school room and varnished the pews?
And washed all the windows, cleaned all the light fixtures, vacuumed the carpets. Our little church hasn't looked this good in years.
That's our little Kathy Jo. She always brings out the best in everyone.
And a little child shall lead them.
Well, it's all been very nice, but it's making the choice of a godfather tougher by the minute.
Yeah, we sympathize with you, Reverend. That's why we tossed this hot potato to Janet.
I'm sorry about that. It was a sneaky thing to do.
Oh, don't feel bad. I simply made a double play out of it and tossed the problem to the Reverend.
Well, as for me, there's only one other place that I have to turn to. Please give us an assist. Time's running out. As you know, today marks a particularly proud and happy day for all of us here in the Valley. Mr. and Mrs. Steve Elliott, will you come forward? And now, the godmother, Dr. Janet Craig. A new soprano for the church choir. And the godfather, Mr. Joseph Carson. And Mr. Sam Drucker. And Mr. Wendell Gibbs. And Mr. Bert Smedley. And Dr. Frederick Stewart. Dearly beloved, in presenting this child for baptism, you confirm your faith in the universal fatherhood of him who said, "All souls are mine." And in the tender care and redeeming love of him who took little children in his arms and blessed them, saying, "Of such is the kingdom of heaven." Kathy Jo, I now baptize thee in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And now we call on Kathy Jo's father, Mr. Steve Elliott.
There, honey. I'm sorry, but your daddy does this one as a solo.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy
as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver